Hey y'all, we're going to talk about cat magic today. And this, of course, is catnip super duper extra strength. Fun, right? And I put on makeup. Aren't you pleased? Um, my hair is having a little day of its own, but that's okay. This is for my patrons because y'all are my patrons and I wanted to give you extra. I'm trying really hard to put at least a video a week. I know. But let's talk about some cat magic. I have a card charm. I'll give you a link after I get the video done on a card charm I use. And it's got several ingredients. It's pretty easy. You put it in a little pill bottle. But one of the magic ingredients is something from a cat. We'll get to that. First, let's talk about catnip. My very first time to be published in a major publication was in the Amber K publication. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name. Circle something. It was a newspaper at that point. I still have it somewhere. But I wrote a piece on catnip and all the things you can do with catnip. Now, you can make tea for sleeping. You can make tinctures to help with menstrual cramps or headaches. Don't smoke it. It actually causes headaches if you smoke straight catnip. But it's a very useful herb. And when I lived in Michigan, I lived in Lansing, Michigan. Was it Michigan or Ohio? No, it was Bowling Green. It was Bowling Green, Ohio. This stuff grows wild up there. I mean, like up to my chest wild. Okay, maybe not that high. And I discovered this and I went out and started harvesting it. And I was making tinctures with the dried stuff. And I had bundles and bundles of it hanging in an upstairs room. We had a really tiny spare bedroom between my housemate and I. She had one room and I had another, and then between us was this little, should have been a walk-in closet. But I hung my herbs up in there, and Ellen was cool with it. She was one of the best roommates ever. And I put a bunch out in the little storage shed we had, little metal storage shed. Well, you know, stuff happens. I got the stuff in the bedroom. I used it, and I just completely forgot about what was in the shed, and we moved. I moved to Michigan, and Ellen moved to another house there in Bowling Green. Well, I've been in Michigan, I don't know, a couple weeks, and my landlord's daughter calls me, and she's whispering on the phone, and my given name is Stephanie, so she was calling me by that. Stephanie, I need to know what you have. They're looking for you. I'm like, well, they're looking for me. What are you talking about, Peggy? And she said, shh. I mean, they weren't even in the office, but they had gone to clean the house, you know, like you do, and gone into the shed and discovered what they assumed was marijuana hanging in the shed. So the cops come. They get all the stuff. They confiscate it. And so she calls me to let me know they're going to be looking for me. Well, y'all know me. I'm kind of a take the bull by the horns girl, usually. And so I call the Bowling Green Police Department. I said, hi, this is Stephanie Lynch. I used to live at Main Street, blah, blah, blah. And I hear y'all got some herbs out of my shed and that there may be some confusion. And the detective kind of laughed. He said, yes, ma'am, we did think it, but we now know it wasn't. I said, yeah, it's catnip. He said, we discovered that. I said, okay, good. Tell them not to smoke it because it'll give them a headache. But if you make a tea with it, it will help their menstrual cramps. Oh, yes, I did. So, but catnip's wonderful. Of course, it's fun for the kitties. Not all cats like catnip. And sometimes if they're under 6 months and you try catnip and they don't like it, try it again a little later. They might. Now, let's talk about the cat magic. This is, I got a whole bunch of these at an auction there. Elizabeth Arden from one of her cat lines. And this is just beautiful. Right? Just beautiful. I'm probably going to list these on Etsy because I need them. As much as I love them, I don't need a lot of more tchotchkes. But they're great little holders, right? Put rings and stuff in them. But what I have in them are, I have to pull them out so you can see them. Oh, maybe I can't pull them out. Guys, there, I got it. So, I'm going to put this down. It's going to make a little clinky noise. You see what those are? Yep. They are, in fact, cat whiskers. No cats were harmed in the getting of these whiskers. My husband actually picks them up now and he'll bring them. I've got a little piece of tape up on my monitor from something, and he'll just stick them to the monitor when he finds them. But these were really useful in protection spells. Particularly for me, I really like to use them in car spells because sometimes to get out of an accident, you need that little extra. Hang on. So, you scrape through by a whisker. That's the added by a whisker. So you pop it in there. So even if it's, really close, you've got that whisker to help you get out. Now, if I do get in and I have not, knock wood. Okay, really, knock wood. Did you know we do that because of the spirit in the trees? That's why people knock wood. But if I got into a really tight situation where I felt like, just got out of that one, I would replace the cat whisker. I would pull it out, put a new one in, recharge the whole thing. So, and it's, like I said, an easy little spell. There's not a lot to do. If you got a pill bottle hanging around, I think it's a couple stones and some herbs, and then some chanting, some energy work, of course. But it's, that's my cat magic. You can think of other cat magic. If you have a shed claw, you can use those in protection spells for your house. Give you cat-like reflexes if you need them for athletics. There's a whole, just think about, remember, magic is a sympathetic thing, right? Sympathetic magic is how I believe magic works. So look around and see, watch your cat. You having trouble sleeping? Maybe just a little bit of cat fur from that purring sleeping cat. Don't pull it out. It will no longer be a purring sleeping cat. Trust me. Don't be like me. But take that and put that in a little sleeping pillow with lavender and, some amethyst, some sleepy stuff, and put that in and just think about, I'm a calm little kitty purr. These are ways you can integrate magic into your life. And it's a lot of how folk magic works. So when you're witching it up, remember, you don't have to get crazy with the spendy. Witch it up on the cheap side, babies. I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you Sunday morning for live Terrascopes. The main will be live, and then the individuals will be live. So I hope you'll come hang out with me. Oh, and I'm going to put a link in for the Ultimate Spiritual Giveaway. It's just 40 teachers, 40 gifts. You sign up for a lot of newsletters, but y'all, there's some amazing gifts out there. And, you can check out a few newsletters out. If you don't like them in a couple of months, leave them. No, we're used to it. Seek joy, my babies. I'm Arwen, and you're my patron, and I appreciate you. Bye.